Switching dimensions on time now. Elevating paradigms so we high now. It powers when we fly now.
Hey y'all. Welcome to this installment of Oneness Connection. This video installment of Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the channel for the divine. I'm actually the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you? Why, Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are evolving into a being of creation, of oneness consciousness, where we understand our connection, our existential connection is a connection in which none of us are separated from, or God. We understand that we all are seated with God's energy, and we're all connected through this quantum, beyond quantum, benevolent energy that makes us one at our core. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. The truth is you are too, because we are one at our core. What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. Within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, I channel celestial, galactic, and beyond energies and messages to assist us with our rapid shifts, our rapid changes of our consciousness, our conscious awareness of who we are, and our existential truths. We're all having bouts of satori, or spontaneous remembrance, when we're like, whoa, this reality, this existence, this me that I am, I'm more than this. I remember living on this planet. I remember doing this. I remember being this. You're not going crazy, right? We're all awakening to our limitless potentials, to our multidimensionality. So within Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, I channel energies and messages to help assist us with this shift. I don't post I don't publish things super consistently. So if you're wanting something more consistent, the catalog is timeless. The catalog is timeless. So help yourself to it. Give me 1 second, y'all. We're all awakening to dimensions of ourselves that are beyond our humanic ancestral patterning. And I'm gonna be truthful with y'all. I'm gonna be real frank, because I've uncovered more divine chakra, more wisdom about us awakening right now. We've been awakened before as a human colony. We've actually been a highly evolved species, consciousness species as a human of planet Earth, many times, infinite times in the space of being a human being of planet Earth. The paradigm of time and space is what restricted us from perceiving. All of the paradigms that stem from or were birthed within our paradigm of time and space were what was restricting us from perceiving our infinite nature or our infinite potentials, had us looking outside of ourselves for advancement or wellness. When we come outside of time and space, understanding that all is within, any knowledge or wisdom that we can gain outside of ourselves, we can find inside of ourselves as well. We just ask our questions. That brings me to the Kingdom Things, my Kingdom Things podcast, Call to Action. I have a podcast called Kingdom Things Podcast, which is available to stream on YouTube and Spotify. It is linked below in the details of this video, where I channel my divine wisdoms and energies, divine wisdom and energy to help us through this time of the shift of our consciousness. Brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast, Call to Action. Sit with yourself for at least 30 minutes a day, every day. Right? Ask yourself, meditate. Ask yourself, self, what do I need to know? What do I need to know? And wait for the answers, right? Wait for the answers because they're going to come. Be patient with yourselves, because this journey of awakening, there is no set awakening point. There is no time where it's like, oh, I'm awakened. We're always only growing and evolving into more, expanding into more. Which brings me to the Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. By the year 2033, we will be in the consciousness evolutionary status as a human species, human culture of planet Earth, to understand that we are a human being of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty. As poverty, disease, death, war, famine, we're all paradigms that stem from our lack consciousness, or our destitution consciousness, when we perceived ourselves separate from each other, separate from divinity, separate from the oneness of all things, separate from God. The truth is we've always been one with all things, and aligning our thought patterns with this understanding, asking our soul, what is my reality teaching me about myself? The universal law of correspondence, as below, so above. Everything in our reality is a mirror of the things that we hold inside. What is my reality trying to teach me about myself? Growing and evolving with our reality, with our experiences, with our relationships, to become more in alignment with our infinite potentials or divinity, to assist with the 2033 prophecy. It's already done. We just get to open up and allow ourselves to experience it, allow ourselves to embody more of our abundant energies, allow ourselves to satiate and focus on more abundant thoughts. So we're going to go ahead and pull a few oracle cards. I'm using Rumi Oracle cards, Pocket Edition, An Invitation into the Heart of the Divine, Alana Fairchild, artwork by Razuli. We're going to pull some cards and then channel some more messages that want to come through. Let's see. Yeah, my podcast is linked below. If it calls to your heart, that's all timeless content as well. You're more than welcome to utilize the information and energies and all the things in Kingdom Things podcast for your journey. I do Kingdom Things podcast meetups where I transcendentally channel different beings and dimensions of God's creation, or the oneness of all things, or you and I. And then I have the audio style Kingdom Things podcast where I amalgamate clips that I channel throughout, like as I live life. I'll get like a divine message and my soul's like, hey, Ashley, record this for the podcast. And then I do lecture style, sermon style, lecture style transmissions. And then I channel Jesus a lot. Rabbi Yeshua, I channel Jesus, Rabbi Yeshua a lot. I have a playlist of the channels with Jesus, Rabbi Yeshua as well. We'll take this one on top as well. It's really pretty. Let's start with this one. So we have this card, artwork by Razuli. Al-Uzza, Star of Venus. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Even a small blessing of light is more powerful than the fears of multitudes. There is no need to fight fear with fear, hate with hate, or anger with anger. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. Connect with the love within your heart. Rest there and become wise. I'm going to read all of them and then we'll channel a transcendental message. The dissolving light. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? There is something unworthy of you that must be released. Give up the fears and doubts, the belief that somehow things are not going to work out. You are meant to be free in a way that only truth can provide. The dissolving light. Enter the garden of delights. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is risky, with such potential for heartache. Yet what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul, suffocated by fear and inertia? So Rumi is your midwife. He is standing at the threshold with you now. Will you say a deep yes to your life? I'm just gonna speak. I channeled and I've been given divine wisdom from the soul space that we all came here on the soul level to be and manifest realities that mirror our beingness, paradigms outside of our understandings or outside of our understanding of understanding, or even what we could even believe to be true. As I was reading the oracle cards, I felt energies wanting to permeate my heart space from my soul, wanting to exude from my soul. Then I felt energies of fear or dense energies blocking out that energy from coming through. I also channeled within Kingdom Things podcast. Whenever human beings, whenever we experience an energy that we've never experienced before, we want to run or fight it. We want to fight or flight whenever we experience a new energy. And that was in the Kingdom Things podcast, Galactic Federation Prophecy, 2029 Prophecy, where we're going to be having open contact with multidimensional extraterrestrial beings. I'm going to link that below. Whenever we experience energies that we've never experienced before, we want to run or hide, fight or flight. There was energy trying to come through, and there was these I can just perceive these manifestations, trickling of thought patterns or energies in my mind of fear that wanted to block out. I could perceive like running and hiding, and that through my extrasensory perception that wanted to block out the energy from coming through. We are free to be free. We are free. We are safe to be liberated. And I've channeled this many times within Oneness Connection as well as Kingdom Things podcast. We are free to be free. Whenever we perceive those energies and thought patterns of something to fear, we drop into our heart space and ask our soul, what is this trying to teach me about myself? To cultivate higher wisdom thought patterns that reflect our innate right to be free in our authentic frequencies or our soul energies that want to permeate ourselves in this reality, to uplift ourselves in this reality. I want to thank y'all so much for dropping into this Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment transmission. I hope there's an energy or message that helps you through your path, through your journey. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to proliferate the Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment journey to a journey of a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. Kingdom Things podcast, that is linked below. You can subscribe or follow Kingdom Things podcast on YouTube or Spotify. Also, follow Kingdom Things podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. I go live on Twitch sometimes and do lectures or sermons, live transmissions. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Kingdom Things podcast. I'm also a singer, songwriter. That's another way that I channel my energies and messages to help uplift this realm of reality. My music, Ashley-Nicole music, is streaming on YouTube. That is linked below. I sing many genres, and I hope there's an energy song that really helps you through your evolution. I'm also a home cook. I really enjoy cooking. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. We cook, we laugh, we kiki. Whatever the ancestors tell us to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish, that is what we put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It was part of my awakening process, becoming more conscious of my limitless potentials. My soul is, hey, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, let us show you. And that's how we got the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel to share with the world. The first two parts of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame, Chase, in the hallway of her school of Manhattan Prep. She goes through other existential crises which assist her with coming into more of her limitless nature to manifest, project a life that is in alignment with her limitless nature. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. It is about the divine counterpart twin flame journey home to God inside, or God of all things. One soul incarnates in two bodies over many lifetimes. These two people over many lifetimes know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. The consciousness evolution of human culture through each lifetime says that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which life, under which circumstances, the book is prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available in the Amazon bookstore. You can buy digital copies as well as physical copies. If you do all three digital, it's $29.97 plus tax. If you do all three stories physical, the first two stories come in one binding, one book, one paperback book. The third story comes in its own paperback binding book. It's $29.98 plus tax. We're here at Oneness Connection. Asia's animated series. So I also channel my divine wisdom and chakma that can potentially be helpful to you. If it calls to your heart, it probably will be. Divine Wisdoms and Chakma into Asia's animated series, which is available to stream on YouTube. My author's channel on YouTube, AP Short Stories. It is linked below. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your true truths. Give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you evolve more into your infinite natures and relate with people in your reality through that dimensionality of unconditional love, or understanding everything in your reality is a dimension of the self. I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asia, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming Home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm Home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from the day's trip, I have read my attempt's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I am in no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person, the unconditional love literature parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
The love is you.